Alright, I think we're going to get into the video, into the live stream. If you can hear me okay, guys, let me know in the chat. Alright, wicked. I don't know, I'm trying to do the background music and I don't know how to get that working, so I don't think that's going to be in this live stream. So anyway, let's get into the charts. We've got coming out of lunch, so I kind of want to look for setups at around 1:30. Um, I want to look for setups around 1:30, just as we come out of lunch. That's when I find some setups are good. So what do we have? So we currently have a new day opening gap here. I'm on the 4-hour chart because I'm using the 1 minute as my entry function today. This is our new, so this could be classed as a draw on liquidity. So I want to confirm that we are still bullish on the lower time frame, which is going to be our 15-minute. Where price is currently located, we're currently located inside a bearish fair value gap over here. So this is a time where I would look for shorts. So my bias would be short right now. Jumping down to the 15-minute, what can I see? Well, straight off the bat, it seems, do we have an important level? Yeah, so we have Asia highs here. So we take Asia high. We will call this just buy side liquidity, I guess. We take buy side liquidity. Move this. We have a move high, low, high, and we're getting some displacement down where we've created now a bearish change in the state of delivery. So this is now matching my 4-hour bias of I want to be looking for shorts. So we get a CSD here. Just coming out of lunch, we have a bearish CSD here. So with this CSD in mind, I am now happily going to go down to my 1 minute time frame, where I'll look for a short. Now price currently is located below a swing low, but we're not in an FVG. There's no FVG here. Well, there actually is one here. I don't think we closed below it. No, we don't. But we obviously invalidate it. So there's no fair value gaps, but we're below a swing low. So what I would like to see in this next 15 minutes is for us to create a bearish fair value gap, which we have here. This left displacement through these up close candles, and then if I'm going to look for my entry function, I'm going to want to tap into that higher time frame PD array and then aim lower. I think down here would be a nice target. That'd be a lovely target. We haven't really got any fair value gaps to stop us from going lower. Obviously, we have inversion fair value gaps, so let's not worry about that. So I think this is a clear potential for us because CSD, nice target here. Nothing to kind of like stop us. There's not really like a last defense, if that makes sense. So we'll see what happens in 8 minutes time when we get this closure. I'll go from there. So I'm trading on the before I get into this, guys, just let me know if the stream's alright. If you are watching, just let me know if the stream's not laggy, if you can hear me okay and everything seems alright. But yeah, I'm trading here on my 150k expert account with my funded futures. I'm just above $800 away from passing this account. So I'm looking today to risk $400 on a unicorn setup where I can eventually pass this and then go over to the sim funded 150k. So that's what my aim is for PM session today. So yeah, we're just patiently waiting, guys. We're going to see if we get a nice FVG left here where we can obviously look for go into the lower time frame, look for a potential short opportunity. So we'll see what happens. I would like to potentially see like a little bit more closure. I don't want to see this FEG basically not exist anymore. So if that makes sense, but we'll wait and see what happens, and we'll go from there. I am live on the Discord as well, guys, as well as YouTube. So if you are new to the YouTube channel, check out the Discord. There's a link in the description. A lot of like-minded individuals on there using the same model that I'm using. So yeah. Any questions or anything anyone has, just feel free to leave a comment in the chat box. But yeah, we're just going to wait here. While we're waiting here, I'm going to try to see if I can get this music working. Cool. Just patiently waiting for this 15-minute close, see what we get. Take a look at ES. So I think we have SMT at the lows here just. Yeah, we got SMT at the lows here. Got 3 minutes for this close. Okay, 1 minute, coming up to a minute 30 for this 15-minute close. I want to see how we close here if we leave this FEG here, and then what price, how it reacts within that FEG if we are to go lower. We've got SMT at the lows here with ES. Will it hold? We'll find out. As I say, if you're new here, I said at the beginning, I kind of like going into lunch around 1:30 p.m. is when genuinely see a setup forming and then after that it's game. So you see what happens. See if we can disrespect that low, and then invalidate the CSD, SMC, sorry. Cool, I'm going to leave that on the 15-minute, and then we can see how this closes. Cool, so we close. See what happens after we come up to this 15-minute CSD. Alright, we've got our stop hunt. See how we react at this FEG now. This is a really big stop, isn't it? Yeah, it's crazy. Price has been moving crazy today. Like 1 minute moves are like 40 points a move. Like it's crazy. Or earlier today it was. So I might take this on a micro. We'll see what happens. So for us to get a move to be validated, we want this and then a displacement through this low here to be considered a breaker block. So we'll see what happens. If we don't get it, then setup's not valid. Simples. So I'd want to see a reaction off this higher time frame. Might not get it. We might. So we'll wait and see. Hi Davil. Sorry, I've got two screens. I've got like multiple screens I've got to look at. So sorry if I miss any questions. it's just a bit crazy how's it got. Brandon's saying to me check out oil. It's too messy for me. Yeah, not even gonna bother with that. Focus on NQ here. Just kind of floating around at the minute, not really deciding what it wants to do. Reckon at 1:30 we'll probably see some action. Just need to make $800 and I've got this account, so fingers crossed PM provides. If not, we'll see what tomorrow brings. It's just gonna wait. Still kind of playing within a 5-minute FEG at the minute. Remember, we did have those SMTs at the lows on the 15-minute, so so far that's still intact. So I'm just watching what happens. So yeah, like if it's displaced and left an FEG within it, like your stop is automatically gonna be like 60 points, which is just crazy. Today the market's been mad. It's been absolutely crazy. Still got about 5 minutes of this 15-minute candle. See what it brings. If we disrespect this, then obviously the idea is just basically ruined. So I want to see how what this 15-minute closes. Staying kind of objective to price, see what it wants to give us. Evening Artrius. Found anything worthwhile? Nah, nothing well, potential. There's potential here for a short setup. We have a CST on the 15-minute. But it depends how this 15-minute closes, if I will be entering a trade, if I get even displacement through the breaker block that I've listed. We might disrespect the bearish FEG. And if we do that, then won't be a setup to take. I actually just realised I'm so blind. We have another FEG here. I'm very blind. I didn't even see that. We've got two FEGs. We've got an FEG here, the one that I was looking at. We've also got one here that's overlapped with an inversion for value gap. Didn't even see that. So we have now got another breaker block here that we could potentially use if we get a sweep of this high. This will be the most recent one, so I'd want to use this if we get sweep. We get a sweep, so I'm going to delete this one. See how price reacts here. And that's better. Like we go from a 60 stop loss to a 38 flow. I'm gonna have to mute you if you don't mind. Sorry about that, bud. Got a lot of back noise there. So if the CSD is gonna hold, we'll find out shortly. Getting a phone call, guys. 1 minute. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. I'm just seeing what my risk would be. Oh, that's not even bad, actually. So I'm waiting to see if I get displacement through this breaker and leaving an FEG with it, and then I will potentially be taking this. I'm liking the rejection we're getting here as well in the 15-minute. Getting another phone call from work, guys. Sorry. So if we get closure here, I'll be taking this trade. Alright, I'm now in this trade. I'm off the work call. So yeah, I've accepted the risk here. We'll see if this plays out or not. If this CSD was even correct. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. I do strongly advise guys to not copy trade what I am doing. I strongly advise against taking trades that I am taking on here. Do your own analysis. If you do copy my trades and it does hit your stop loss, you are to blame, not me. You need to be accountable for your own account, accountable for your own criteria. You're not going to succeed in this trading business if you are just copying somebody's trades. So really do think what you're doing. And yeah, I've accepted the risk here, so if this goes to stop loss, I'll be pretty much done for the day. If it goes take profit, wicked past the account, but obviously risk management is a big play here, guys, so we'll see what happens. Okay, we can also look at the 15-minute. What is it doing? We had a CSD, reasoning for my trade to enter a short position here, respecting a bearish FVG, two of them at the minute, and we'll see what happens here. Any reasons to not wait for the retrace to the FVG? Retrace to the FVG? What exactly do you mean on the 1 minute here? My entry model is to enter on the breaker block, not the FVG. So this is a unicorn setup here. If you don't know what the unicorn setup is, how do I make this smaller? There we go. So I've justified my action, guys. I will go through this again. 4-hour time frame. We are located in a bearish FEG. Bearish bias. 15 minutes. We have a CSD that leaves an FEG aligned within it. 1 minute time frame. That 15-minute FEG has a breaker block, bearish setup within it. Leaves an FEG with displacement through the breaker block. Entry. My criteria here is completely met. It's either stop loss or take profit now. I've accepted that risk. Hey bro, I wrote a private message in the last week. Can you check it sometime in the what last week? Looks like we're going up to our stop loss. It's absolutely fine. I won't move my stop. It's important to understand that I've accepted the risk. Yeah, just sort of flowing around. guys got any questions, feel free to ask away while we see what happens in this trade. We are just kind of consolidating at the minute. It's kind of annoying, but it is. Got to be patient. So I hate when I'm in a position like this and it's just consolidating. I do not enjoy it. Well, that's why you got to be objective to price, man. You got to see what price is giving you. So for me, my criteria, it's telling me that we've got a bearish CSD and everything, so I would look for a bearish setup. I understand that we're below a swing low here where price was here, but I'm looking for a retracement into that CSD where we have an FEG where my model is to look for that short. So that's my reasoning behind it. Will it hit? We'll see. I mean, we can see what happens. But right now, we're just kind of consolidating. There's not really a lot going on right now. Just going down to go back up. If take stop loss, do you trade more than the same day? It depends. I mean, PM session, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't bother looking for setups. So if this goes stop loss, I'll be done for the day. And this is on an eval account anyway. I wouldn't. I wouldn't be taking this setup on my PA account just because. Well, number one, I've already taken a trade today and it went break even, so I wouldn't retake another trade on that PA account. But we're literally just consolidating right now. It's not for the weak. And you've got to think as well, if this goes stop loss, guys, you know, how's that going to make you feel emotionally as well? Are you going to want to get now back into another trade? Because I tell you, if that happens and you do have the willpower to step away and just forget about the charts, do something productive, you'll come back like the next day and you'll feel refreshed. You won't feel more annoyed. And this game is just all about emotions, guys, so we'll see what happens. If it goes stop loss, I'll be pretty much done for the day and come back tomorrow. But we are just kind of consolidating in this breaker block, which isn't great. I kind of usually want to see a straight move to my take profit, not what we're doing right now, which isn't amazing. We're just going up and down. So as I said before, if you guys have copy traded this with not your own analysis and just copy trading it from what I've done, as I've said before, you need to stop and think about what you're doing, because you're not going to make it in this business if you're doing that. You need to have now if stop loss hits, go for a run to clear ahead and come back and analyze tomorrow for a new day. Yeah, I'd just be done for the day. You know, I wouldn't be bothered. It's just how it goes. You can't win every setup. Do you know what I mean? So if this looks like it's going to go to stop loss right now, that's it. I'll be done. I've done what I can on the 15-minute, and we're stopped out there. So yeah, it is what it is. You move on to the next trade, and that's it. This is an eval account anyway, so I'm not too fussed. Any questions? Besides being an unprofitable paper trade, I get a run quite a lot. Good for health. I agree, man. It's nice to go to the gym to put a nice workout in. Feels great. As you can see, guys, over here, got stopped out, and that's an example of a losing trade. I mean, there's nothing more. I mean, what more could I have done? I mean, my entry function's there with the CSD. That's what happens. What do you think the main thing that made this trade go against your bias? Why do I think this failed? I don't know why it would fail. I mean, we had SMT, I guess, out on the lows on the 15-minute, but for me, everything there indicated that I could have looked for a short setup. Is this price on the 4 hour for me? It's in an area where I would look for a short. It's plain and simple as that. It's not in a place where I'm looking for a long. 15-minute change in the state of delivery. Maybe I could have had a bit more displacement. We haven't got any fair value gaps down here to kind of hold price up, so it is what it is. You know, for all I know, this could now just dump now, and that is what it is. It's part of the game. Do I always wait for a CSD? So, depends. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But yeah, we can just kind of watch price for a little bit. I still think it's bearish. I still think we're going to have bearish PM session. I don't think I'm unless that CSD gets invalidated, then I think we'll be bullish. But look what price is doing. I mean, it's just ranging at the minute, to be honest. And just have all this chop. This is just chop. It's going up, down, up, down, up. Now back down. This breaker block is now invalidated because we had a closure above it. So that's no longer a valid breaker for me. You get now a new stop hunt here. Lowest down closed candle before the leg up that took liquidity. Swing high, swing low, swing high. That just looks like the price. That's just the fluid of price. Swing high. You'd want displacement down. Closing. Here. Whether you get that or not, I don't know. You'd have to wait and see. But yeah, I guess you guys saw an example of a loss. It happens. Any questions you guys have, feel free to ask away. So you know you're getting that. But this is just consolidation. There's nothing really going on here. Like when we had this, okay, and then we just had this consolidation. You've got a bunch of liquidity resting here, yet to get taken. 15-minute closed here. We disrespected this bearish FEG. What you could do is you could mark out 50% of this so-called order block. We haven't got closure anywhere, obviously above here. Still respecting that below 50% area. Now there isn't an FEG at all aligned within this at the minute. We can watch what price does here actually. So now we're getting this another unicorn bearish setup. See if we get closure below the breaker block, leaving an FEG. If this happens, I won't take it. I'm done for the day, and we get disrespect there of that FEG, of any FEG that could have been left there. So that's basically invalidated the whole thing, unless this low creates an FEG. But yeah, just chop. I mean, is it expected? Like, look at this. Like today, we've had a crazy day. We've had this expansion, consolidation, a bit more expansion, consolidation, expansion, hit a high time level, have come down, and just kind of consolidated the way up. But this created the CSD. Yeah, it's not anything. No. You know, we're just kind of hovering in this CS, in this change of state delivery order block. I'll mark out that potential breaker block again. We can watch what price does within it. So like this isn't clear and decisive really. That's not clear and decisive. This was clear and decisive. This doesn't really look clear and decisive to me. And this will likely not leave an FEG if it does close below it. But who knows? Just simply have to wait and see what happens. I mean, I'm done for the day on this account. It is what it is. I'll see what setups form tomorrow. There you go, getting that pushed down lower. And you have a tiny FEG there. Will it hold? Will it be created? We can see. A tiny FEG there. See if that holds and gets closure below the breaker block. No. No. So yeah, all chances of a setup here are pretty much lost. Oh, my screen. What has just happened to my screen? Yeah. This is just chop. This is awful price action. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it here, guys. I hope somebody learned